today and probably in the next couple days is to kind of work with the properties of exponents that deal with multiplying. Should I ask before we start here, like, you know, fist to 5, how much of exponents do you guys remember? Like, do you remember nothing or everything? Just kind of curious, so to know how fast to go. Okay, most people look like they're about 3-ish. All right, well, that's good. So we've got some stuff written up at the top. 2 squared times 2 cubed is 2 to the 5th. 5 cubed times 5 cubed is 5 to the 6th. N to the 6th times n squared is n to the 8th. X squared times x to the negative 3 times x to the 4th is x cubed. So, Andy's the one. Yeah, that pretty much solidified it. Andy, are you ready to head up there?
What?
I gotta wake you up. Sebastian knew to look more awake today. Went and got some cookies to load up with sugar. All right, Andy. As you're looking at that, can we figure out what's happening between the left-hand side of the equal sign and the right-hand side of the equal sign?
The exponents are adding up.
Perfect. That's exactly it. So the rule suggestion, when exponents are being multiplied, you add them. When exponents are being multiplied.
Right here?
Yeah,
I got bad handwriting.
me too. And I would say a majority of this class does too. What? You don't have bad handwriting.
Wait, when exponents what?
When exponents are being multiplied, yeah, sometimes it decides to just like pause. There you go, it'll work again now. Multiplied.
How I forgot to spell it.
Well, yeah, let's erase that. M-U-L. See, I thought that would be the easiest way for them to do the eraser is to just do the back of the pen, but they didn't program it that way. M-U-L. T-I-P. L-I-E-D. So when exponents are being multiplied, you add their powers. Here's right underneath the line. Oh, okay. Okay, nice. Now, I do find it extremely curious that there's a line right there, but you chose to write like all over the place.
I just want to stand here.
Yeah, okay. That's good. It's okay. Handwriting is not bad at all. I bet everybody can read that fine. So, that's going to be our first property. So we've got some down here that we're going to try. Do you know what your job is now?
No.
Oh. So, if you want to teach the first problem, you certainly can. If you want to call on somebody, you certainly can. Oh, wow, that was quick. I didn't even get to finish it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
You can call on people, but you're still teaching.
Oh.
We're waking you up. Isaac, he needs some help trying to do 3 cubed times 2 cubed times 3. Oh, I wonder if that's a typo. Because that's kind of a tricky one to put in there right away. Okay, go ahead, Isaac. Can we release it? I'm not hearing you correctly.
I think it's a typo too.
Oh, so you want to make it 3 cubed?
No, it's B cubed.
Okay, let's make it 3. Change the 2 to a 3. Okay. We could have done it as a 2, but I don't think it was intended for that yet. Okay, so what should we do? What's going to be the final answer?
I know that it's gonna be 600.
Okay, how come we know that?
Because when you multiply it, the exponent's power is like,
Okay, perfect reasoning. You forgot one detail. Does anybody know what he kind of forgot? Just like quickly. When there's no power written, what power is that? It's a 1. So that third one that just says 3, that's 3 to the first. So then it would be 3 plus 3 plus 1. So the final answer should be 3 to the
3 to the 7th.
7th. Excellent. Okay, now, the reason I had him change that 2 to a 3 is these properties only work if the bottom number is the same. If the bottom number is different, you can't combine them. You can write them next to each other, but you can't combine them. So we are going to get some where they're different, but I didn't want it to be on our first problem. Okay, good. I bet you could just write the answer for the second one, I bet, huh? I don't know what you're writing.
No, that's a 1 I messed up on.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, smartboard's being strange. What's that? Is that supposed to be a 6?
Whoops.
Okay,
Don't mind that.
okay. 8?
Yes.
4, yeah, that's right. Nice. Okay, let's go to a harder one. We're not going to do the next one there. The next 2, or you just add them all up. Let's go to the one that says x7, x negative 6, y negative 3, y negative 2. Now, you can lead it if you would like, or you can call on somebody if you'd like. I can roll if you want to.
Roll.
Oh, okay. If you don't want the pressure of calling on somebody. Table 5. You guys can answer together, however you want to do it, fine. What would we do on that problem?
What?
And then add the y's together.
Okay, so what would the final answer be?
X1, y, the negative bit.
Okay, so x1, y negative 5. That was excellent explanation. So you basically do the x's together, and then the y's together, and then write their answers next to each other. Table 11. Do you guys remember from the other day how we have to write the final answer? Do you remember what to do with the negative exponents? Yeah, yep, you make it positive.
Switch it.
Okay,
So
good,
the x1 goes on the bottom.
nice. So this final answer should be written as,
X1.
yep, yep.
Yeah, x1.
No, erase that. We're still on the previous problem.
X1.
Oh.
Here.
Yep,
Y5.
perfect. So that one that you just wrote the answer to, underneath it, write equals x over division symbol, like over, fraction, yeah, y5. So basically, when you get to the final answer, if you have a negative power, you need to move it to make it positive. If you have a 0 power, you make it a 1. Is Jack on his phone? Andy, you have been relieved of teaching duties. You did an excellent job. Jack,
I did this last week.
you did this last week.
Yeah.
Oh, like you worked ahead?
No, I was like that teacher.
Oh, yeah, I know, but you were on your phone.
I have everything
Listen, you either are going to do teaching duties or cleaning duties. You're on your, really? All right.
Wait, Mr. McCall, what do we do if there's a negative, if there's a 0 power, or negative 0 exponent?
It turns to a 1. You disliked it that bad, huh? That's okay, you certainly can. I did not remind everybody to put their phones in the front, partially because I'm expecting you guys to be responsible enough about them. But if you're on your phone, we have consequences to deal with. Okay. Do you feel like we need to do the last one? Okay, that's kind of what I thought, because it doesn't get any different. The only difference is when you have different variables or different numbers, they have to be separated. Excellent job. Okay, next page is on the next property. Is there anybody that wants to be the teacher up front? I know some people like to volunteer. Otherwise, I'll go up front. Okay, I realize you guys, this class is very reserved. Most people are not very outgoing in first hour. I also know that my later hours have people with energy that can't be contained, and they like coming up here. So I figured I'd offer you the chance. So we've got x squared to the 5th power is x10. Y 4th to the 8th power is 32. P cubed, P9, 3 negative 2 squared. Oh, well, isn't that actually kind of misleading? Would become 3 negative 4, which turns into that. I would bet somebody here can tell me what's going on between those 4 answers. Sebastian, table 4.
Oh, I see that. Let's go see that.
You just multiply the power by c's.
Perfect. If you have a power to a power, you multiply them. Now, the big question is, how is this different than the ones we just did? Because that's where most people are gonna get confused when we go to do problems and all the different properties are put together. Table 8? No? What's different about these than the ones we just did?
There's an equals something, and then there's also parentheses and fractions.
Oh, okay, the parentheses is actually a very good way of describing it as well. These, they're kind of separated, I guess, by like the power to a power. Because they would never write it as x squared to the 5th. You could, but I think most people just think that looks kind of strange, or that actually might mean something different. Oh, sorry. So we don't write it that way on purpose. Dominic? Do you know what's different about these than the ones we just did? How would you be able to tell these problems apart from these? And it's not necessarily the numbers and the letters.
Is it parentheses and how to do the problem?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase the question without just like directly saying it. You guys mean it correct for sure. In my opinion, the easiest way to tell them apart, on these problems where they're being multiplied, there's a bunch of different bases. Like the same base number is written more than once. On these, you only have the base number written once, and then you have the power twice. So this is absolutely where it's going to get confusing. When they're multiplied, you add their powers. Oh no, Jack, you're not alone. When they're multiplied, you add their powers. When you have a power to a power, you multiply them. And that's gonna get mixed up in your head with the multiplying parts. The problems are all very easy on their own. Do you wanna lead us, or do you wanna clean? Okay. Nicely done. Okay, so we've got 2 cubed.
All right.
Is that right? That's a good question to ask somebody.
And Moab, is this right?
Yeah,
How come?
because you just multiply the
Powers. Excellent job. Nice.
I don't know where to ask. Should I keep going?
Yeah. You were on your phone. Whoop.
Is that not?
How'd you get that?
It's a 0.
Ah. The answer is correct. I would bet a lot of people in here would probably do the 6 times the 0 and get 3 to the 0. And then that should be the answer of 1, which is 100% correct. I think you wrote the answer as 1 because you just saw the 0 on the outside and didn't even care about the inside, which is also correct. Oh, you just. Uh-oh, now we have a problem.
Is that not right?
It's a good question to ask somebody.
And Moab, is this right? Moab?
No.
No, it's not.
Is it negative 2?
Oh, you had to switch like the negative.
Oh, got you. So let's multiply them first to get x to the negative 2. And then the final answer would
Right,
be
yeah.
1 over x squared.
Oh.
So you can just leave that and then underneath, oh, I see. Underneath it, you're right, equals 1 over, yeah. There you go. Good. Oh, now this next question, we're combining a bunch of stuff. It's got multiple steps. Okay, that's right for the first part. Oh, I see what you're doing. You didn't have enough room, so you just kind of skipped that. Okay, so the first portion turns into B24. And then you've got B24 times B1. So you add their powers. And you get B25. Are we okay with that? Do you want me to re-explain that or write it differently? Yes? Oh, okay. Absolutely, you guys, if you guys are confused on something, just feel free to say so. Nobody here is gonna worry if you're confused on a problem. Okay, well, so then, do you wanna just keep going? Do you wanna call on people?
You roll the dice.
Absolutely. Table set, oh, he already went. Do you want that to be a 6 or a 9?
6.
Okay, table 6. But you guys can work together, you don't have to like fight for who's gonna go. What? The one up on the board. What do we do with the first portion that says a to the negative 3 times a to the 4th? Okay, good. A to the negative 12. I definitely didn't hear the rest of it.
And then on the second part, on the a over 7, a to the 7th power times 2, we can multiply that. And,
Yep.
and from there, we can just add it together.
Excellent job. You add their powers. Once you have the 2 different A's, you're gonna add their powers. Nice. Okay, should we go immediately to the last one, which is probably the hardest? Or no, should we do one with different letters? Okay, then let's do the next one, we'll call that done. So we've got xy times x squared cubed times y cubed 4th. Well, that's your table.
What?
You got rolled.
we on the last one or
The one that says XY. And you don't need to give the final answer, just like, what should we do next?
Put a one on the X and the Y.
Okay, so X1, Y1?
Yeah.
Sure.
Then you multiply those.
Which those?
X and Y.
They already are. Oh, are you saying like to add their powers?
Yeah.
Can't do that because they're different letters.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna kind of sneak up on you when they're written together with like that. So that middle one turns into an X6, okay? Erasing's not, yeah.
And then that's X.
That's Y12. Did you just call yourself, bro? Okay. Table 2. How do we go from here? So it currently says X1, Y1, hi.
Hi, I just need to get my charger.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
thought you left it on the wall or something.
Thank you.
Yep. So we've got X1, Y1, X6, Y12. Everything is being multiplied together, so what do we do with powers? Add them, okay. Which ones do we add together?
X's and Y.
Perfect, so the answer should be,
X7,
good,
Y13.
excellent. X7, Y13. Now, none of our final answers had negative powers. Oh, I guess that third one did. But if there was a negative power, you would change it so it's positive. If there was a 0 power, you would change it so the answer's a 1. Nice job. Yeah, you did a nice job. Honestly, that problem that we just did, that has a lot of parts to it, and that's not super easy. You guys did pretty good on that. How are we feeling about these so far? Like doable? Okay? Now, for a lot of students, these don't look any different. The one main difference on this is that the power is on multiple things. Okay? On the previous page, whenever we had a power, it was only on a single item. So the only difference is this one has a power on multiple things. And, you know, I think some of you might be able to figure it out, but a lot of you don't know the different powers in your heads, and so that's fine. If you have a power outside, and you have a bunch of things being multiplied on the inside, that power can go to them all separately. So like this would turn into 2 to the 5th, t to the 5th, which that's where the 32 comes from. And that's where I wasn't expecting most of you to just know 2 to the 5th was 32. On this next one, this is where I think you might be able to do it in your head. The squared can go on the 6 and on the k. So 6 squared is 36. Maybe I'll show the next example just in case you need it, but this one says r squared z to the first, and you're always welcome to write a 1 if you want, you know, like it makes it easier. If you have a 7 out front, that 7 is going to be applied to both. So r squared to the 7th, that's where you multiply and get 14. And then z to the first to the 7th, you multiply and get 7. It's going to start feeling more difficult when like all the different things are put together. Each one on their own is easy. Let's see, we have a normal schedule today, I think, right? Yeah, Monday. Table 10. You guys haven't gone yet, I don't think, right? Do you think you could help me out with one of these? You can work together if you guys want, if you're not sure, or whatever. Makes you look like you're ready to just tell me, and that's fine.
27x cubed?
Yeah? Oh, so you just like already did this one? Or did you do that in your head?
No,
Oh, okay, I was just saying, that's pretty good to do that in your head. It's gonna be 3 cubed, x cubed. And whenever we have a number to a power, we can actually figure it out. So that's gonna be 27. Good. Table 12. You guys haven't gone either. I've got 5w8 squared.
You just fit the 5 to the square, and that turns into 25. And then do the w to the 8, and then you add the 8 to the 2, so that makes 10. Oh, you multiply it? Yeah.
When the powers are right next to each other, you multiply
It
them.
turns 16.
Good. When the powers are right next to each other, you multiply them. If they are on different letters, you add them. And that, it takes a little while to get that straight, and then I get that. I feel like, let's go to a harder one. Let's have some steps here. Let's go to that fourth one. Fourth. What was that? Okay, I wanna say every table's gone. No, Becca, you haven't gone. Excellent. You don't have to come up here if you don't want. Can you tell me how to do this one, or at least guide me on any parts of it?
For the first part, with the 5 multiplied with the,
Okay, good.
and then same thing with the second.
Oh, okay, so you're doing them separately first, that absolutely works. So this would turn into A10, B10, A, what's that last one turn into?
Negative 10.
Okay, now what?
It would just be A just by itself. times
0.
10.
A0. So you would do 10 plus negative 10, and that gives you 0. So A just by itself would be different, that'd be like A to the first. And then the A to the 0 turns into 1. So then this actually turns into 1B10. And then A is not even actually part of the final answer. No, very good. I mean, that was a tough one. That had a lot of steps. What do we feel is harder? This one? No, I'll just let the table pick the hardest one. Okay, every table's gone. Let's just roll. Table 9. 9. Wait, Anna, you haven't even gone yet, have you? Which one of these do you want to work on? They're all probably about similar difficulty. Okay? Guide me if you can. Oh, okay, so x15. So 2 cubed is, oh jeez. 2 cubed is gonna be 8. And then that negative symbol is actually like in the front. So what do I do with that negative symbol? Good. So the mistake some people make is they want to multiply that negative out to both things. And you wouldn't, it's just all together. So it's going to be negative 8x15. The negatives are probably where you're going to have the hardest part today. I kind of wanted to take extra time to do this stuff today and not give you nearly as much time to work, just because I wanted to cover all these pretty thoroughly. But we do plan on working on these a lot the next couple of days. Table 8. Can you guys help me with, I don't know, these are pretty much the same. Which one of these two do you guys want to work on?
The one with the.
Sure. Okay. Is there part of this, either one of these, that's giving you a little bit of confusion? No? Okay.
So you
The
need 5 and 4.
5 and the 4? Okay. What do I do with the -2? That was actually the harder part of these two. So the 4 is still gonna go on the -2. And I'm gonna have -2 to the 4th. The negative is like with the 2. So this would be -2 times -2, -2, -2. I think positive 16. But I know it's gonna be positive because I have a negative symbol 4 times. So I know it's gonna be positive, and I think 2 to the 4th is 16. If I had a negative symbol 3 times, I know it would be negative. Are we feeling okay on that? I mean, like you guys are very inexpressive in the morning. You look like Alan right now. Is this a fate worse than death currently? Understandable. It's early in the morning. Unfortunately, as you get older, early in the morning's okay. When you're younger, it's not. It's definitely not. Okay, these are the 3 different things we're kind of like putting together. These problems had almost all at the same time. So if this section felt okay to you, this is what a lot of the problems are gonna be like. So what I wanted you guys, we're gonna have, I don't know, 26, I think is what we're gonna get done, yeah. So we have 15-ish minutes, 20-ish minutes. I don't think you're gonna finish, what? No. Oh, there should be a worksheet in between, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mine doesn't have that. So let's work on the worksheet on the left. 11.3. Let's work on that one. And I'm not expecting you to finish it just because we've only got 20-ish minutes. Okay, now that we've been a little bit into this packet though, I kind of was curious about your guys' opinion. Do the worksheets seem worse if they're part of the packet? Are worksheets better when they're like separate? Just that way so you don't lose anything? Okay, I mean, that was kind of our goal. Okay, well, either way, let's start working on them. Feel free to work with each other. I will gladly help any one of you. And then we'll go from there.